Hey everybody, what's up? This is your girl Shebah Saturn. Thank you so much for tuning in. And today I want to talk to you about a very, very important topic, and that is how to get in touch with and acknowledge your intuition. Now, this is something that I worked on for the last 10 years or so, and really working on acknowledging and not downplaying my intuition, and I wanted to share these 5 tips with you, okay? So first thing is first, I want you to acknowledge that your intuition is an energetic body that you actually have a relationship with. And as with any relationship, it's going to require acknowledgement, honor, time, respect, commitment, reverence, passion, and devotion. Okay, so I'm going to say that one more time. I want you to acknowledge that your intuition is present within you. And you want to acknowledge that it is an energy field that is a relationship. So as your human self, you have a relationship with your intuition. And just as with any practice that you take on and any relationship that you take on that's healthy, you have to give it time, you have to give it love, you have to give respect, you have to listen to it, and you have to give it attention. So that is the number one practice, is to acknowledge that you have a relationship to your intuition. That's number one. As you begin to acknowledge your relationship with your intuition, I want you to consider for yourself what intuition is and what it means to you. So I can share what intuition is for me, and if it sits well with you, please take it and run with it. If it doesn't, I want you to really consider and have a seat with yourself and think about, what is intuition to me? So to me, intuition is evidence of ancestral memory. To me, intuition is evidence of me existing beyond my human form. To me, intuition is evidence of my clairvoyance. To me, intuition is evidence of my body wisdom. To me, intuition is evidence of my spiritual ancestry and my human ancestry. And to me, intuition is wisdom that's been passed down to me from my ancestors, and through my dream world and through my guides. And to me, intuition is spiritual strength. To me, intuition is faith, is a knowing beyond the mind. It's a knowing of the heart. So I want to give you a little guidance here as you're defining and intuiting and allowing to come up from your heart and your mind and your crown chakra and your third eye what intuition is for you. I want to give you a little bit of guidance here, and I want to touch upon a topic that a lot of people, when they talk about intuition, they don't make this distinction. There is a difference between emotions and intuition. See, emotions are subject to, similar to a thermometer that is taking the temperature of the varying external stimuli that your human self and your spiritual self are experiencing on a daily basis. So if we imagine a thermostat, and we carry that thermostat within us, and we are reacting to different various stimuli throughout the equation of this life, that is more our emotional body. Now, emotions are wonderful, they're beautiful. We want to embrace the full spectrum of emotion. We want to embrace our anger so we don't repress ourselves. We want to embrace our eroticism, our sexuality. We want to embrace our beauty. We want to embrace our sadness. We want to embrace our disappointment. Because in fully embracing and feeling these things, we're allowed to not be stuck in bondage, and we can let them go and show up in our lives with the truth that each moment is new. So emotions are rich and they are wonderful. At the same time, do not confuse your emotional body that is constantly going up and down and reacting to stimuli with your intuition. See, intuition is a lot deeper. It's a feeling that's dropped deep, deep down into who you are, deep, deep down into your spiritual self and your material self. Intuition is not subject to constant fluctuation based on external stimuli. Intuition pretty much, especially when it comes to intuition for your life path on this planet and what you're supposed to do, that pretty much remains constant. And intuition is the evidence of God putting a message in your heart, a memory of this bond and this connection that you made with your spiritual ancestors and with God and with the Most High about what your mission on this planet is. That is your intuition, that inner knowing of the heart that is not subject to being flung around up and down, okay? make sure to distinguish between your emotions and your intuition. It sometimes can get a little tricky because they can overlap. Sometimes we can have a really strong intuitive reaction to something, and then our emotional gauge goes up and down. Okay, so they are part of one another. There are components and they're related, but they are not one and the same. Your intuition has to do with a deep, deep, deep knowing of your heart that is constant. Strategy that I want to introduce to you that I really love doing is to ask yourself rapid fire questions. Now this is also a strategy that they suggest in human design, if you follow the science of human design, which is very fascinating. And if not, go watch another one of my videos. So ask yourself rapid fire questions. You can do this exercise by yourself. And initially you want to start with yes or no questions. Don't think about it too much. And this is another way, an exercise of allowing your intuitive body, your super conscious self and your subconscious self to flow out of you. Get that flow going. So I want you to try practicing rapid fire questions, asking yourself rapid fire questions. And it might be fun to do it with a partner, with a friend, with a lover, with a family member, just somebody that you trust. Have them ask you rapid fire questions and allow your intuition to come out and play. Another strategy that you can use are physical tools. So the tarot, I credit the tarot for definitely legitimizing and validating my own inner voice. You know, I had so much doubt. I'm sure you all have experienced this too. I've had so much doubt in my life. It's like, am I really intuitive? Am I not? Am I just trying to convince myself that I am something that I'm not? And the tarot actually really helped me develop and clearly see in a really practical, material, physical, tangible way, acknowledge and validate and honor and respect my intuitive sensibilities. Remember, intuition is a sensibility that we all have. We all come to this earth with. And the more it's an energetic field, so the more we acknowledge it, the more it grows, the more it's able to show up for us, and the more we love it, the more love it gives us back. So pick up a tool such as the tarot. I had a mentor of mine who sort of came in and out of my life and was talking to me about the pendulum, and she spoke to me about also using the pendulum as a tool of intuition. And yeah, the pendulum, I'm just getting to know, I'm just developing a relationship with that tool. And I would also say that the pendulum is an excellent strategy to help develop your intuition. So use tools. Another strategy that I can recommend that is also good for your material body or physical body is to take up any kind of physical practice that cleanses and consolidates your aura. So we're very, on this earth as human beings, part of the beauty and the challenge is that our auras for the most part are very open, and so we're constantly reacting to all kinds of stimuli, and this can make us disconnected from our intuition. So as an example, taking up a practice of yoga, of meditative stretching, of running, you want to get a practice that concentrates the full strength of your power. And yoga is amazing because it consolidates your aura and it cleanses your aura. It cleanses your physical organs when you're going through the movements. The breath helps you be calm and relaxed, which is going to help you trust yourself and really listen to your heart and get out of your head. So that's another strategy that I recommend, is to take up some sort of physical practice where you're using your physical body, and at the same time, as you're running, as you're engaging in yoga and Tai Chi and Qigong, and whatever physical practices that feel intuitively great for you, you consolidate the aura. And it is very necessary to consolidate the aura in this rapid fire technological world. You consolidate the aura, you cleanse your organs, and then you have more clarity and more of a direct line between the intuition light coming from here and the intuition light coming from underneath the earth and through your chakras. Next is, so this is more than 5, but I'm really on this topic. So next thing is, please be aware of what you say. Do not discredit yourself. And stop getting in the habit of saying, I don't know, well, I don't know, well, I don't know. Well, intuition is an intuitive knowing of the heart. Now, this may seem really subtle and silly and say, Shebah, girl, come on. I mean, I really don't know. But this is a practice. I'm not saying never say it, but develop an awareness of the words that you're using. Don't say that you're not an intuitive person. Don't say that you're not sure about your intuition. Develop this, because you're putting that into the universe. You're putting that out there, and that's what you're going to get back. Okay? So I was speaking to one of my students, and I told her this, and she was like, well, what if I'm unclear and I'm unsure and I'm confused, and can I not say that? And I told her, if you are going to take on this practice of acknowledging your intuition, you need to stop disrespecting your intuition by saying that you don't have it. It's kind of like, okay, so this is more of an extreme case, but like if you had a lover and like you never acknowledged their existence. Do you know what I'm saying? Or if you had a friend and that friend was a really great friend who always showed up for you, but you just sort of like hid them in your life and didn't invite them to anything. It's similar to that. It's like your intuition is an energetic body. Similar to how you are an energetic body, right? If we understand the science of our material and spiritual self, what are we as human beings? We are actually a collection of molecules vibrating at a very, very, very rapid rate. So we're an energetic field, okay? Your intuition is an energetic field that lives inside of you, and that is also all around you. It's a source of creativity. So acknowledge your source of creativity. If you're not sure, you can say, you know what, I'm not sure, but just try it. You know, it may work, may not. It worked for me. I stopped saying I don't know. I just stopped saying it. Because I do know. I do know. And I know everything that I need to know. And if I'm not sure, I can go find out. So be aware of the words that you use. Don't dishonor it by speaking down about it. You can say, oh, I'm really looking forward to developing my intuition. I'm so excited about developing my intuition. I love my intuition. I know it's there. I feel it. I feel it in my third eye. I feel it in my heart chakra. I feel it when I paint. I feel it when I massage. I feel it when I engage in the arts. I let my intuition out. Last thing is, actually two more things. I mentioned yoga earlier. One of the other practices that you can do to consolidate your aura and thus strengthen your intuition and concentrate your power is to pray. It is more than okay. In fact, I highly recommend speaking to your ancestors. I speak to my abuelita, Mama Chola, all the time. This is her from Nicaragua. Speak to her all the time. I love you. Mwah. And I also speak to my other recent ancestor, Graciela. That's us. Speak to her all the time. And you should speak to your ancestors because they want to hear from you. And they're still around you. And it's okay to ask for help. So you can pray and speak to the Most High and speak to your ancestors and ask for help and ask for guidance in acknowledging your intuition and listening to your intuition. Next thing is to respect what you naturally reject. I don't mean rejecting up here based on social programming. What I mean is respect what your body rejects. Your body has an intuitive wisdom that's been passed down to you that is all set and has its own maps and systems and intelligence and brilliance. But you need to trust it. Respect what you reject. Respect what your body rejects. Your body has wisdom. We call this body wisdom. And body wisdom and intuition are nearly one and the same. So that's another practice that you can take on to respect what you reject, because that's intuitively, respect what you reject that's coming up from here. I'm not talking about here, because many of us are programmed to reject things that are good for us. So not here, but here and here. It's a feeling. Respect what your body naturally rejects. Respect your wisdom. I hope this video helped. Subscribe if you would like. I would like you to subscribe and hit the notifications button as well. And it is Shebah Saturn across all social media. SHEBAHSATURN. Peace. Love you.